welcome to my channel. My name is Mia. Today's video is going to be a book review of Suicide by Édouard Levé. And I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name. I do not speak French. I was at the library a couple weeks ago or so looking for some books to read for the anti-bully readathon, and I stumbled upon this one and it just really caught my attention. It doesn't have to do with bullying in any way. It's entirely different. Born in 1965 in France, Édouard Levé was a writer, a photographer, and a visual artist. Author of 4 books of prose and 3 books of photographs, Suicide being his last work. This book was published in 2008 and it was his last book because 10 days after he turned in his manuscript, Édouard Levé committed suicide. That being said, this book is not only a novel, but it is also, in a sense, the author's own oblique public suicide note. Written as an investigation of a close friend's suicide that happened 20 years prior, Suicide is a short novel with a random structure dedicated to imitate the human memory. It's a second-person narration that describes the disconnected scenes describing you or his friend who committed suicide. The descriptions are rather short and their purpose is to culminate and characterize you. The story will leave you with a portrait of a man with all of his flaws and all of his talents who shows oblivion over all else. A man whose characteristics are stoic, sensible, and thoughtful, in a way resembling the author himself. At the end of the novel itself, there are several pages of verse that were found by the wife of you. Your wife found these verses in your drawer after your suicide, and you know what I mean. These verses are written in the first person with the word me at the end of each line in each tercet. This book has been interpreted as an autobiographical novel and also as an internal dialogue between the two sides of Levé, the author, you and I. I gave this book 4 stars. I found it very interesting the way that how his train of thought and processes work. He has all of this depth to him and all of this good feelings and negative feelings. However, he seems almost disconnected from everything because in his mind, life itself is nothing more but a series of meaningless events. Even on the scenes where he was having a good time or when he was feeling good about himself and about everything that's around him and he was feeling loved, he never remotely thought of changing his mind. His mind was entirely made. In the end, you never quite understand why he committed suicide. You viewed things in a way that, not necessarily negative way, but sort of. And basically, let me read a small page for you. Sun, heat, and light, which delighted those around you, appeared to you as perturbations of your solitude, summons to the outdoors, obligations to joy. You refused to have your euphoria put down to climate. You wanted to be solemnly responsible for it. If you were asked to do something on account of the good weather, you declined the invitation. Gray weather, winter, rain, or cold did not displease you. Nature then seemed to be in tune with your mood. I liked the way it was portrayed. I think it got the feelings of the writer through efficiently, and I could understand him in a way. I also thought that the verses at the end of the book were a very good way to describe himself. I thought within these verses you could really get an understanding of what this person was like, what he liked, what he disliked, and I'll just read to you a few verses so that you get an idea of what they were like. Evil surprises me. Forgetting is desirable to me. Laughter saves me. Wishing carries me. Pleasure disappoints me. Desires pick me up. Friendship ties me, love reveals me, sex delights me. Accumulation tempts me, keeping reassures me, daring relieves me. The sun wearies me, the earth surrounds me, the moon moves me. Life is proposed to me, my name is passed on to me, my body is imposed on me. Television depresses me, radio disturbs me, newspapers bore me. And that's basically how all the verses are. I love books that give you sort of an insight of someone's mind and feelings and train of thoughts, and I just find that very, very interesting. Although it's a very small book, I really did enjoy reading it, so I gave it 4 stars. Would I recommend this book? I would, but not to everyone. If you don't like negative writing, if you just like to read things that would keep you in a positive mood and all that kind of stuff, I probably wouldn't recommend this to you. But if you are interested in how certain people think and what could drive somebody to commit suicide. So anyways, I'll leave this book review with yet another sentence of the book, and it says, "Your life was a hypothesis. Those who die old are made of the past. Thinking of them, one thinks of what they have done. Thinking of you, one thinks of what you could have become. You were and you will remain made up of possibilities." There you have it. I hope you enjoyed this book review, and I will see you very soon in another one.